So yesterday was a broken day, and I decided I don't want to have too many of those in a row, and I wanted to try and change my mindset. So today is a bent day. If you look behind me, there's a bunch of trees back there because I'm by a mountain. So I've mentioned that hiking was one of the things that I used to love to do, and I am very late, but I made it out here to the mountain, and I'm going to try and get out here and see what happens. I've been saying that I was going to do this every day, but I haven't been able to do it. So my first day on retirement, I wanted to be out here, and I just keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And even this morning when I got up, I was like, let's go do it. But I waited around, and finally I forced myself. I was like, if you don't go, you're never going to go. And I think I'm afraid of two things. One, failure, because this is the hike that is 13 and a half miles, and I had worked my way up to where I could do it in 4 hours. Now, if I took the stairs at the top, it was about 13.65 miles. I don't know what it is. I can hike up this mountain just fine, and then I get to those stairs, and those stairs are brutal. But I think, in part, I'm afraid of failure, because I don't know how far I'm going to be able to go. But I've been telling myself it took time to be able to reach the top to begin with, because the first time I came out here, I don't remember how far I went, but it was only 3 or 4 miles. And I mean, I was profusely sweating. I couldn't breathe. I was struggling. But the next time I came out, I was determined I was going to reach the top, and I did. And ever since then, I was trying to see how fast I could do it, and I finally hit that 4-hour mark. And so that was the goal to sustain, was at least 4 hours, or at most, I guess I should say 4 hours. So I don't know if I'm going to get out here and do half a mile and be done. I don't know if I'm going to try and push myself and then end up having to lay on the mountain and try and relax until my back calms down. Because one thing I didn't think about was, with the snow, I've been driving my other vehicle, which is pretty comfortable for my back. I forgot how my daily driver car hurts my back. I didn't think about that until I was about 15 minutes into this 45-minute drive. And what made me think about it was how tight my back was getting. So the right side of my back, from the lower back all the way down my buttocks and starting to go into my thigh, is very tight and painful. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to walk it out, or if it's just going to make it worse. I've got my book bag. I've got 4 bottles of water and 4 granola bars. I don't know why 4 was my number today. Because I got out here later, I haven't had breakfast. I never used to eat before the hike, but my reward was I would always go home and I would make some spicy chicken nuggets. Well, I don't have any today, and I'm going to my grandfather's, so I'm probably going to stop by Wendy's and get some spicy chicken nuggets. If I feel that I have earned them on this hike. I'd like to try and make it at least a mile, but I don't know what's going to happen. I haven't carried anything on my back since I got hurt. This is my first hike in over a year, and like I said, I used to go almost every week. It was a Friday thing, and I had been doing that for months, and then I met my wife, who was a teacher, and I remember sending her snaps on this mountain. So it's a very special little spot here. It's kind of tucked away. I'll never reveal the location, because almost nobody comes here. People use the main access trail, and that thing is packed. But I like this one. It's a harder hike, because you go uphill both ways, which is great. And you got to cross 3 roads during the hike, which can be dangerous. But this is my secret little spot, and I didn't want to start today on the easy one, because this is the goal. Being able to hike this mountain again is the goal. I am worried about my pain. I already took my medicine this morning, but my pain scale is, on a typical day, anywhere between a 2 and a 4, bare minimum. That's without getting up and doing anything at all. Right now, I'm sitting about a 5, almost a 6. From driving here. So I don't know what's going to happen. There's not a lot of benches on this trail. So there's a very good chance that I'm going to be laying on a mountain. So if you happen to be somebody that hikes this area, just mind your business. Keep on walking. I promise. I'm fine. It'll be okay. Because I won't call for backup. Nobody's going to come carry me off this mountain. That's not about to happen. So I'm going to try and find the balance between pushing myself to keep going, but not pushing myself too hard, because no matter how far into this path I go, I'm going to turn around and come back. There are no shortcuts to get back to my car. And I also don't want to do it too bad, since I was dumb and forgot that this car hurts my back to drive, because then I got to drive back. So I don't know. I'm here. Now I got to make myself get out and go start and see what happens. But here we go. First hike in over a year. First hike since I have been injured. First hike since I've been on retirement. So this is going to be interesting. The second to last hike I took was actually the only hike that I've ever taken with my wife. And it was not this mountain. We went on a trip and went somewhere else, but I proposed on top of that mountain. So hiking is something very special to me. My hiking pants don't fit anymore. I learned that this morning. So I'm wearing my old work pants, but should be fine. Got to work with what we've got. But that's enough jibber jabber. I'm going to start the timer on my watch and see how far I can get and how long it takes me. I usually start my watch at the start of the trail, and then I end it at the start of the trail, same spot. But I think today I'm going to start it from the car to see what I can do. I'll keep you posted. So right now I'm just trying to make it back to the car. My back started getting worse. I made it to a bench and I laid down on it. Then I realized that was making it worse. I guess because hardwood will do that. Right now my entire back is locking up, and every time I step with my left foot, I've got pain shooting down. My legs feel really weak, so there's nowhere to really stop because I don't know if I'd be able to get up off the ground. So we're just trying to make it back to the car one step at a time. This might have been a mistake, but I'm out here, I'm doing it, and I'm gonna make it back. I know there's some benches up here somewhere at a picnic spot. Might have to stop and sit there for a minute, but here we are, out doing a hike. Yay! Almost there. Almost there, look. You can see the parking lot. So I've almost done it. But I can't really step well with my left leg. My limp is back, so that's lovely. Whenever my back's really bad, it makes me limp. Well, we're gonna make it. I told you I would. I didn't make it to the picnic tables before I had to sit down. I found a rock that was tall enough that I was able to just kind of sit on it and lean back a little bit. But we're getting there. I'll let you know how far I made it and how long it took me. I'll just step whenever I get back to the car. Alright, so I made it back to the car. Got my AC on because I'm hot. That was a lot. I didn't take any music with me because I just wanted to be alone with my thoughts, which sometimes is a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. I think it was a little bit of both. On the way up the mountain, I was trying to tell myself, you know, you got this, be positive, this and that. And then finally I hit that point where I knew I needed to turn around, because I knew we were hitting the danger zone before my back completely gives out. And then where I'm at, we just kind of fall and we live there for a little bit until I'm able to get up. It was a struggle to get back to the car, but I made it. I took it slow. But I was feeling very defeated because I didn't go as far as I wanted. I wanted to at least hit a mile, but secretly I was hoping to go all the way to the top, but I knew that clearly was not going to happen. I told myself that we're not going to feel defeated because this is huge. I've been wanting to continue my hike since I got hurt, and I was never able to make it out here. So just that alone is an accomplishment. Getting out of my car is an accomplishment. You know, I went probably a little bit further than I should have, and I knew that going into it. Well, not going into it, when I hit that point. But I saw a bench around the bend, and I wanted to make it to that, hoping that if I laid down for a little bit, it would make me feel better and I could keep going. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. So my watch tracks how many steps I take, converts it to miles, whatever, but it only tracks the time for when I'm physically moving. So we're at 40 minutes and 15.57 seconds, and I went 1.34 miles. So that's 4,063 steps, and my current heart rate is 101. I feel like even though that's not as far as I wanted to go, I don't know if that's going to line up. That's pretty good. I'll take that. So I'm going to go ahead and stop that. And that'll be the thing to beat next time. So I don't know when I'm going to make it back out here. Yeah, there we go. That's the good one. I don't know when I'll make it out here next. Hopefully I can make this an every Friday thing like it used to be, that, or figure out a different day of the week. But next week, since I made it 1.3 miles today, I want to try and hit 2 miles. So that's going to be the goal. But since I came out here, I did it, made it a mile, I feel like absolute garbage. But I'm going to go get me some chicken nuggets. Because today, I am bent, not broken.